If I were to tell you there were various scenarios to deny Donald Trump the Republican nomination in Cleveland, you'd say, wait a minute, I clicked on the wrong thing. This must be a video from a month ago. That's all over, right? Well, according to the press, it's not quite over. This is quite amazing, in fact. We have the Washington Post in a front page story quoting grassroots Republican conservative activists as plotting a way to deny Trump the nomination. And the idea is that all these delegates that are going to Cleveland that were elected to support him, they will magically become unbound. They can vote for whoever they want. Now, would this completely and totally subvert the democratic process and make pointless the whole idea of having a whole season of primaries and caucuses where people vote for delegates who they think are going to support the candidate of their choice? Yes. Would it rupture and blow up the Republican Party? Yes. But there are people who are so opposed to the idea of a Trump nomination that they are seriously having these discussions. And then there's the whole third-party bid. Bill Kristol, the editor of the Weekly Standard, seems to be the most visible crusader for this. He's met with Mitt Romney. He's talked to who doesn't want to do it. He's talked to Nebraska Senator Ben Sasse, who doesn't want to do it. He's talked to former Senator Tom Coburn, who doesn't want to do it. But nevertheless, he insists that some conservative will emerge, or he hopes that some conservative will emerge to lead an independent bid for the White House, turn this into a three-way race, and maybe if they're lucky, the whole thing gets thrown into the House of Representatives. That seems to me to be a fantasy. And if, in fact, there were to be a third-party conservative bid, in my opinion, I think it would hand the White House to Hillary Clinton because it would split the vote on the right. Now, you add all this up and you just kind of wonder, I understand that those who think that Trump would be a disaster in November, who they believe he's not a real conservative, they think he would ruin the GOP brand. I understand they think they're acting on principle, but it's over. They lost. It is too late for this kind of thing. And yet, and in fact, if you look at the recent polls, and yes, it's only May and the polls can change, but nobody in the media establishment, well, nobody, first of all, very few thought that Donald Trump would get the GOP nomination. Very few thought he would be instantly competitive against Hillary Clinton. Here's an NBC poll showing him trailing by 48-45 nationally. That's margin of error stuff. Now, again, that could change, and Hillary is still running in her primaries against Bernie Sanders. When you add all this up, it just seems like there are diehard conservatives who believe it is their crusade, it is their mission to do anything they can to stop Donald Trump from being the Republican nominee. And I feel pretty comfortable in saying they're probably going to fail.